I grew up eating so many zucchini fritters that we call reggiano in Arabic. Since then, I feel like veggie fritters have evolved. They've become very hipster. Lots of cafes have turned them into awesome brunch platters. It's definitely a great way to get rid of lots of veggies that you have left over. And by turning it into a brunch platter, you can seriously impress with really basic ingredients. Now keep watching this video to see how I transform my veggies into awesome fritters. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Olivia, and here on my channel I share all of these things that I love: food, recipes, reviews, and curly hair care. So make sure you subscribe to my channel to see more from me. I post every week. Let's talk ingredients. As always, you can find the full recipe down below in the description. My go-to mix has zucchini, sweet potato, pumpkin. I season with salt, mixed pepper, chili, fresh garlic. You can throw in whatever fresh herbs you have. This time it was mint and parsley, parmigiano cheese, 2 eggs, some flour, and baking powder. Now you could add carrots, cauliflower, regular potato, peas, spring onion, corn. The method is straightforward. I'm gonna be shredding all of these veggies by hand. You can use a food processor if you want, if you have that like attachment that shreds. Let's get started. I start off by peeling the pumpkin, and as you can see, I'm wearing my cut-resistant glove. Pumpkins have tough skins, and I don't want any more accidents with pumpkin. I'm still recovering from the last one. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to where you can get a pair of the gloves. I also peel the sweet potato, but you can choose to leave the skin on. Just make sure that you've cleaned it first. As for the zucchini, I wash it, cut off the ends, and shred it. I also squeeze out the liquid before adding it to the rest of the ingredients, otherwise things are going to be too mushy. Again, you can find the full recipe down below in the description. I had 1 clove of fresh garlic peeled and minced. I don't know who needs to hear this, but garlic is your friend. Now this part is optional. You don't have to add fresh herbs, but I think it really makes the fritters taste so much better. I used mint and parsley, so I washed the mint leaves and finally chopped it. And I have a little parsley plant in my kitchen, so I just added some of that as well. Now chili is optional, well, not for me. If I don't have fresh chili, I use chili powder, cayenne pepper, or chili flakes. I also add freshly grated parmigiano reggiano cheese. If you don't have that, you can use parmesan cheese, grana padano, romano, American grana, pecorino, manchego. Or you can just use some shredded cheese. If you're gonna use the pre-grated parmesan cheese, I suggest to use a bit extra because it's probably lost most of its flavor since it's been pre-grated, and I'm judging you. Simple seasonings, salt and mixed pepper. I add some baking powder to make these a little fluffy. Now 2 eggs to help bind everything together, and then later on I'll add some flour. I used 1/4 cup. You can choose to add a bit more if you feel like the mixture is super wet, but just remember this has egg and that helps bind everything together, so it should be okay. Also, I just realized that I had some leftover cheese in the fridge, so I added that as well. Now I cook these in a pan that I've sprayed with some cooking oil, and that's over medium to high heat. And these fritters are gonna cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. You'll know they're ready to flip when it's holding its shape and it's got some nice color down the bottom. Now listen, these fritters are delicious alone. You can also have it with a salad or in a sandwich. Oh, I love veggie fritter sandwiches. But I decided to turn this into an awesome brunch plate, and to do that I added asparagus, poached eggs, and sexy avocado. So keep watching to see how I did that. Now to prepare the asparagus, the ends can be quite fibrous and chewy, so you can choose to snap off the ends, but I prefer to cut them off with a knife and peel the lower part that can sometimes be like very chewy. I also think it's a lot neater that way. I pan cook them with some olive oil over medium to high heat for about 6 minutes, and that's it. I actually cooked the asparagus before I cooked the fritters, and I used that same pan because I didn't want too much washing. So to keep the asparagus warm, I popped them in an oven that was at about 100 degrees Celsius. I don't want them to keep cooking, I just want them to stay warm. I decided to make poached eggs because I was feeling a bit fancy. You can choose to make whatever eggs you like, whether it's scrambled or sunny side up or boiled. I'm not going to go too much into detail as to how I make the poached eggs, but basically I bring a pot of water to the boil and then I take it down to a simmer. Then I add a splash of vinegar, and that's going to help keep the egg together rather than like kind of floating around in the water. Then I create a bit of a vortex by stirring the water, and then I drop in the cracked egg. And as you can see, it's kind of swirling around and forming its shape. It only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. One more thing before plating, and this is my favorite part, is the avocado. It's beautiful. So peeling an avocado can be really annoying, but by cutting off the ends, so much easier. Also, I use only the tip of the knife to cut the avocado. That way it stays in place and doesn't start sliding up the knife as I'm cutting it. And just like that, it's beautiful. I finished off the plating with some crumbled feta cheese. You can use goat cheese if you like. And I drizzled balsamic reduction and olive oil. And that's that for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this a try. At least try the sexy avocado slicing. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and thanks again for watching.